Good morning. This is DCR, TroyCommunityRadio.com. I'm Clint Myers on 107.1 WTJN for David Denoyer on TCTV. It's time for Community Connection with the Miami County Park District. And this morning I have Scott Myers and Jessie Chernetski. Good morning.
Good morning. We brought the varsity in today.
The backup.
Yeah, she's definitely
Hey
not the backup. We brought in the bench warmer.
Oh, well, we've had some pretty decent weather here in the last week.
Good week, and then some cool pictures of the falls. I know we talk about that a lot this year, but this time of year. But it was the newspaper, Troy Daily News, earlier this week had a beautiful picture of Tamma Cassidy, our public education coordinator at the falls, with the frozen ice and stuff. It's really neat, really neat. So great time to see it.
Yeah, and get out there because the weather's supposed to warm up.
Because it's warming up this weekend.
Next week. So, so get out and see it.
Yeah.
Although I'm not going to argue with the weather warming up.
No,
I never argue with that.
What next week is Groundhog Day, so we'll find out if Poxitani Phil sees a shadow.
Yeah.
Will there be another, 6 weeks of winter? Or
Right.
Not that we've really had a tough winter yet.
Not like last year.
Yeah.
Much better. Much better. The kids haven't missed school every other day or been delayed every other day. So that's been nice for a lot of parents.
Well, what do you have coming on at the park? You've got World Wetlands Day.
Yes, February 2nd, same day as Groundhog Day.
Ah, and
So
what is that all?
it's just a natural or a natural celebration.
Yeah.
Kind of both.
Yeah, it is. It's kind of both. So it's just a national celebration. We're just putting it out there that it's World Wetlands Day.
What is World Wetlands Day?
Well, it came about as it's the day that the international treaty was signed for conservation and sustainable utilization of wetlands.
Okay.
Put it in professional terms.
Yes.
But so basically, that's when it was first initiated of that wetlands are important and worldwide, and we need to do those kinds of things. So because wetlands provide, and especially in this area, wetlands provide an unbelievable value. I mean, we have to, a lot of folks deal with flooding issues. Well, if there were more wetlands that were still around,
that's kind of like a
flooding,
like floodplain.
A lot of it, it doesn't always necessarily have to be in floodplains, because there's some floodplain areas that don't have the proper soils. It's what constitutes really a wetland is the types of soils that then create the type of plants that are needed in a wetland that helps filter the water as it goes to the river, helps absorb the water as it goes to the river, helps collect the water as it's going to rivers.
Okay.
Those kinds of things.
Yeah. Yeah, it really helps with purification of water. So it's like the natural purification of the world. I don't know what you would say.
Well, I mean, it's basically it what wetlands does is sort of what a water treatment plant does.
Yeah.
Okay.
It cleans it.
Only naturally.
Only naturally. It cleans it, purifies it, it gets all the nutrients out of it as it goes into the water, so that all the habitat and things that depend on rivers for their survival and existence.
Now, would Stillwater Prairie be considered like a wetland?
There is some wetland,
some marshy
pockets.
Yeah.
Where we have probably our biggest wetland that we have in the parks that's open to the public is at John Wanamaker Preserve.
Okay.
There's a large wetlands there. Quite a surprise that there would be a wetland there on the backside of Shenandoah.
Yeah.
But the hydric soils were there, and so we developed a wetland there. We have a great site. It's not open to the public. We've done a lot with the University of Dayton. Miami Valley Hospital was actually their mitigation site on Dayton Grant Road. We've got about an 8-acre wetland that is of an unbelievably high quality.
Wow.
That has really cool, wildlife,
wetland plants,
and animals and things like that. So
really unique.
Yeah.
But it's the building and expansion of just as human beings, as our growth has diminished in the United States.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, half the original wetlands, are no longer in existence, and and then multiple. I mean, our growth, development. People. We have more people living, so that we need more places for people to live. We need more food, so farmers, drain more areas. I mean, it's just natural. I mean, it's natural. It's not, it's nobody's really fault. But if there's opportunities for us to maybe develop a few more to help create a little better opportunity.
Yeah.
There's something that I've noticed here, and especially since our 1,000-year flood, a lot of farmers between, we'll say, Piqua and Troy, I've noticed that they've been putting back in some wetland areas and waterways back in their fields.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yes, and it's Soil and Water, the Farm Service Agency through the federal government, OSU Extension, Farm Bureau. They're all doing programs and education on farmers to help with erosion, with the nutrients going in. And so you do see a lot of the waterways. Farmers were the original land stewards, and so as they're doing more and more to protect their land. And so, it is really good of what's starting to happen in that regard. But, if folks want to see wetlands, Wanamaker, Hobart Urban Nature Preserve actually has a really good one. You mentioned Stillwater, Honey Creek Preserve.
Okay.
There's one there as well.
Yeah,
So.
we have actually 25 acres of wetland in the parks, so there is lots of opportunity to go out and view one and read a little bit about a wetland, about the different plants you might find there. So.
Yeah, because we'll have some we have some educational signage.
Okay.
That explains some of it in a few of the places. So, but
that's what's really great about the parks that I like is that the informational signs are there.
Yeah, it's part of that's part of our culture is to educate.
Yes.
So just let folks know what it is and that kind of thing.
All right, and I had mentioned Groundhog Day. You've got it marked on here.
Mm-hmm.
Punxsutawney Phil.
Yes.
You think he's going to see a shadow or not?
I don't know.
And is there really any truth behind the whole shadow, no shadow?
I would love to see some stats on that.
I know.
I bet there's somewhere.
Yeah. Oh, of course. There's got to be data out there that explains it. I mean, just probably need to Google it.
Yep.
But it's basically a tourism thing now.
Yeah.
And maybe it did play a big part or a big role.
I'm sure there's an old wives' tale that created that thought, and then Punxsutawney, the community, has taken advantage of it. Mm-hmm. It's good for them.
Exactly.
Yeah. Why did we think of that?
Let's face it, if it wasn't for Punxsutawney Phil and Groundhog Day, would we even have known or even heard of Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania?
That's true.
We wouldn't have a clue. So,
all right.
Yeah.
Well, we've talked about it several times. Maple syrup volunteers.
Yeah, so, right at this time of year, we're looking for volunteers for the maple syrup process that we have out at Maple Ridge. I'm always looking for volunteers, so even if you don't like doing maple syrup, you can still contact me, of course. But the maple syrup program is really unique and cool out there. What we based it on is how it was done. I don't know how many decades ago.
Yeah, 50, 60 years ago. On this property.
Yeah, on this property.
Okay.
So it's unique to this property. So the Coy family is who we originated the process after. He was a scientist or a physicist or something. He created this 3-tiered system of steel. So it's like 3 trays, and you start at the top of the tray. And underneath it's a big fire pit. And so the top tray is where you put the sap in, and then it boils down. Then as it boils down, it goes through the system. It gets a little bit more like syrup, and then it boils down again, and then there's your syrup that you have. So it's really neat. It's unique.
Now, if you volunteer, does that come with pancakes?
It comes with lots of syrup.
And you know how good the syrup is.
I know how good the syrup is, yes.
Yeah, so
it's totally different than what you buy in the store.
Exactly.
It is.
Exactly.
It is. And even if you're not interested in volunteering, you can still come and check out the process. We usually put up a sign when we're boiling on those days out by Maple Ridge. So if you're driving past, it will say boiling today, and you can come out and check it out. And then
State Route 185.
Yep.
Just west of Stillwater Prairie.
Yeah, it's just right over the river there.
Now, you don't have to have experience or anything.
No.
That's part of the fun of this.
It
is that you're going to teach them all about it.
Yeah, so we have a couple of core volunteers that have been doing it for a while, and they're out there and they know what they're doing, and so you can come stop out and kind of check it out when they're boiling. A main part of the volunteering is actually collecting the sap. So if you walk Maple Ridge a lot, you'll see buckets starting to be put out probably mid-February usually. I mean, it's very weather dependent,
right.
But usually mid-February. So if you're interested in even collecting the sap because you walk out at that park all the time, we're looking for volunteers to do that as well. So
now, who actually come up with the thought that if you tap the tree and get the sap out?
Sure, the
Native Americans.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what we often teach.
Oh, I'm sure.
So yeah, and if you come out to our program in the beginning of the first Saturday of March, it's a whole Discovering Maple Ridge program that talks about, the origination of maple syrup, how to tap a tree, and you actually get to see how the process is done as well. So,
wow, incredible. Now, how do people go about volunteering?
So they can call the office, which is 937-335-6273, and ask for me, Jessie, or they can also email me. You can find my email on the website. I don't know if you want me to say it, because it's not that easy to remember.
Yeah. But you're not going to spell it right anyway. So.
Yeah. So just call in or look for it on the website. You'll find my email on there.
Easy to click on
and
go from there.
Yeah, find the volunteer section on there. So.
Yeah.
Yep. That's right. So.
But it is a lot of fun. It's fun. It's something different.
It's a great social opportunity. I mean, sometimes when you volunteer, you're doing laborious things and those. I mean, you're basically standing around the fire.
Yeah,
well,
tending the fire.
All right.
And something tells me it smells good.
Oh
yes.
Yeah. And you stay warm.
Yeah.
And which is always important to me.
Yeah.
But it is. It's pretty cool. Meet new friends, and it really has become sort of a social thing.
Yeah.
As much as anything. So.
Okay. Well. The whole idea is getting outside and back to nature. You've got some programs coming up?
Yep. February 2nd, that's Tuesday, I believe, is our adult exploration hike at Hobart Urban Nature Preserve at 9 a.m. February 12th and 13th, this is 2 different days, same program. The Great Backyard Bird Count Walk, February 12th from 9:30 to 11:30, and that's at Maple Ridge. So as people are doing that, they can also check out all the hopefully the tapping of the trees that's already taken place, hopefully. And then the next day on the 13th from 10 to 12 at Charleston. So, if it's still frozen, the falls will be beautiful then. And then, we get towards the end of February, we always have our monthly dog social. February 21st, that's a week after Valentine's Day, so it's Valentine Dog Lovers from 1 to 3 at Charleston. So join Spirit of Thunder, John DeBoer for that. And then February 28th, the following weekend, Naturalist Adventure Series Winter Tree Identification from 1 to 4 at Charleston.
Now that's a little bit different because usually you identify the tree from the leaf.
Exactly. Winter tree ID is totally different. The bark, the bud.
The leaf scar.
Right, the leaf scar, there you go. And the different things that, it's a different way of identifying the tree. So, the Storybook Trail Winter Trees will be with that program as well. We have quite a few Storybook Trails that John has developed with the libraries and things. So, and a very rare February 29th program. We only do these about once every 4 years. Yeah, I know. February 29th, Trailing Moms and Tots from 10 to 12 at Charleston Falls. So, we only do those February 29th programs once every 4 years.
Oh, come on.
Oh,
I get it.
Come on now. Yeah, jeez, I know.
I'll take a leap of faith in that.
Ha. That was very good.
So when now folks should register for the programs. Like you said, it's not always necessary, but this time of year especially. One, to get an idea how many folks are going to be there, and 2, if we have any weather
issues, we need to cancel or call it or change something up. So register at calling 335-6273. You can email us at register@miamicountyparks.com. And go to our website, miamicountyparks.com, and find the program calendar, and you click on the program and register.
I really think that's the easiest way to do it.
That is the easiest way.
I mean, just
go to the calendar.
Go to the calendar, click on the program that you want, click register, fill in your info, you're done.
Okay. Well, if somebody was
like a true millennial.
Feeling it. See, now I was going to say if somebody was in the car and felt interested, they could stop by the park.
They could stop by Lost Creek Reserve from 8 to 4.
Or call. We have very friendly staff that answer the phone. So
exactly.
You could call us and chat us up.
Yeah.
But if they stop in, then they get to see the house.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. It's a nice place to drive into.
There's pros both ways.
There are pros, that is for sure. One other thing I want to add, Clint, this coming week, we leave actually tomorrow, Sunday, for the Ohio Parks and Recreation Association Conference. At that conference, we will actually receive an award from OPRA. They have an awards program, an annual awards program on programs, projects, and things like that. And they have about 15 categories or so that they give awards for. And our archery range that we built out at Garbry Big Woods, that Trevor Deagle led our crew of interns on constructing. Phenomenal archery range. It's really cool, really heavily used. But that won an award for park development.
And, wow, and that's new to the park.
And it's new to the park, yeah. So that's new.
Congratulations.
Thanks. This is, we're a very small park district. And when you compare us to like the Five Rivers Metro Parks, Hamilton County, Cuyahoga County, Franklin County Metro Parks, all these big
Columbus,
yeah,
Cleveland.
And then you're in these awards we're battling them. We're battling the Ketterings, the Dublins, the Westervilles, all these big communities with great parks and recreation programs. And so, over the last 5 years, we've been awarded 8 awards from OPRA, and this is our 3rd year in a row we've won a first place.
Wonderful.
It's pretty
first
cool.
Place.
First place. Yeah, these are first place awards.
Wow.
Yeah, these are first place awards. So
that speaks a lot for our park district that we have.
It does. It speaks a lot for what our community enjoys and what our community supports us so strongly. So we're able to do great things. So
and all the wonderful time and effort that you put in out of the park to make all this possible.
Well, it is, and it's because of the support of the community that we have. That whether it's from passing our levies, attending our programs, liking our Facebook posts, the support we get is quite phenomenal. People around the state, they're amazed at what the Miami County Park District is unbelievably respected statewide.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
And so it's pretty neat.
So that would make us the biggest little park district in Miami County.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's good. It's good.
Anything else you'd like to add in this morning?
That'll be good. That's it.
All right. We'll have fun at the conference.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Enjoy that. Well received an award.
Yes. Yeah. That's right.
All right. This has been the Community Connection with the Miami County Park District. I'm Clint Myers on 107.1 WTJN for David Denoyer on TCTV.